literally said, I'm coming back and I'm going straight down that same flipping path. That is why you're dangerous. And I would never sit here and put a diagnosis on somebody, but I swear to goodness, there are some characteristics that you just fit so well, so well. But I'm not like you. I'm not like you. I'm not going to put that on you because guess what? I know my scope. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great day so far. Happy holidays. It's a 2-for day for you guys, so I'm going to be uploading another video later on today, and I'm back reading blogs, back reading the Rewired Souls blog, so you don't have to. But if you are new here, welcome. This is Journey to Find Kay, and I'm Kay. I like to talk about mental health. I like to react to the Rewired Soul because I'm a mental health patient, worker, and advocate, and I want to use my voice, experience, opinion to negate some of the negative things Chris puts out on his platforms. So if you enjoy my content, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell so that way you are also notified every time I post a video. So yeah, guys, I wasn't going to read another blog post, but then I saw a couple of tweets. I did. I saw a couple of tweets and I'm going to try to throw up the one for this video. And he was talking about the placebo effect. And remember, you guys, like one of the reasons he got off of this platform, he took his little 4-day break. He took it because he was talking about the antidepressants and all of that and how it's not really, you remember, you guys remember. And if not, definitely check out my videos later on about that whole situation, right? So he decides he's going to tweet out that, hey, I decided to write about the placebo effect because I read a book. I can't, you guys. I can't make this. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. So I said, you know what? You've tweeted a couple of things. Let me read what these blogs are about. It's going to be a series, you guys. Me reading the Rewired Souls blogs so you don't have to. You can always check out whenever I release the videos or check out the playlist that I'll link up here above for you guys to check out as well whenever you just want to read a blog with me. He's very proud of his blogs. He wrote on Medium again. This time it's about the placebo effect, using it to our advantage. You guys remember, I got on him about the whole antidepressant and the little message he was pushing with that and talking about how they really don't work. They're not as good as they say they are. So I want to see what he has to say. It's a 6-minute read. He just posted it today, probably not even that long ago. Let's get into this blog. Hey guys, so it's called Use the Placebo Effect to Your Advantage. Let's see what he has to say. Like many millennials, I fancy myself as a man of science. Want me to believe in something? Show me the science behind it. Although I can be stubborn as hell until I see some scientific evidence, I've always been fascinated by how the placebo effect can without a doubt help people improve their mental health. First off, no, people will provide him scientific evidence and he won't believe it either because it doesn't fit his narrative. So we're already lying. I'm not into all that woo-woo stuff, but the more I learn, the more I'm starting... Not into all that woo-woo stuff, but the more I learn, the more I'm starting to understand the mind-body connection. If we all started learning about the science behind the power of the mind's healing ability, we can start using it to our advantage to live better lives. My first experience with the placebo effect. I'm a recovery drug addict with 7 years clean, but back in the day I did some shady stuff. One thing I did that I'm not proud of is selling my girlfriend's best friend pills, telling her they were opioids when they were actually amphetamines. I'm glad he says it was 7 years ago, and I will never understand that with anybody. Like, why are you, I get being open and honest in recovery, and I don't judge anybody for that, but things like that is that's scary, because, bruh, there are shady people out there. Glad his girlfriend's best friend is fine. Like, I hate people that share their, things like that. Like, even ones who are currently using, even, celebrities and stuff, it's like, why are you doing that? Do you know you can get in trouble? Like, hello? Oh. My drug dealer was out of opioids that I would usually buy from him, so he tried to pull a fast one on me and sell me some Adderall. Since I'm paranoid, I Googled always Googled the pills I bought just in case. So that's how I figured out that these were not what I thought they were. I figured calling my drug dealer a liar would either make him not want to do business with me or make him want to punch me in the face. So I sold them to my girlfriend's friend to make my money back. Not long after, she texted my girlfriend telling her that these pills were awesome and how high she was. Opioids are depressants, amphetamines are stimulants, but this girl believed they were opioids, so she got the effect of opioids. The placebo effect was at work.
Okay.
The placebo effect on depression. Now sober, I really became interested in the placebo effect was in... Okay, so I'm not tripping that that wasn't a correct statement. I was like, wait, what? Okay, the placebo effect on depression. Now sober, I really became interested in the placebo effect was in the incredible book Lost Connections by Johann Hari. Instead of rushing to put these up here, bruh, come on, that was hard. I thought I was tripping, you guys. Something I love and admire about Hari is he can break our schemas like nobody else and teach us completely new ways to look at a subject. And he does an excellent job with this when it comes to depression in his book. I have to read it slow or I'm going to mess up a whole statement because he wrote that so bad. The start of the book is all about how a lot of what we think we know about depression is wrong. He dives in a controversial subject of the effectiveness of, oh
my gosh, he just can't stop.
Of the effectiveness of antidepressant medications, and then he discusses the placebo effect by sharing the story of the British physician John Haygrath, who aimed to prove that these snake oil doctors were running a scam. I literally compared him to those type of people in the West. I said
that Chris is like those people, just giving out things, swearing to God it's going to fix everybody.
I can't, like, he has something against depression where he really doesn't want to just admit that it's real. Like, this is seriousness. I'm so annoyed with his issues with antidepressants. I can't. People who have these type of biases that work in mental health should not work in mental health. I'm sorry. I really just feel like oh my gosh, like you are doing things on purpose now. Like, back in 1799, there was these rods that doctors would use called Perkins tractors that were supposedly capable of removing diseases from the body. Haygarth went out, brought some random cheap rods, used them on patients, and told them it was this amazing Perkins tractor. And 4 out of 5 patients who had rheumatoidism reported that their pain improved. Now, here we are, over 200 years later, the placebo effect is used to test out antidepressants. He's still on this antidepressant thing. He's just decided to put this in his blog. Like, are
you freaking kidding me?
Kirsch, his book and his research that he did, it did shake the research community because it did point out a lot of inconsistencies and issues. But again, like I stated in that antidepressant video that I made, if you hadn't had the chance to watch it, I will link it up here for you guys. In that video that I made, I pointed out that most research on antidepressants aren't accurate because of the fact that they, one, don't test long enough, don't test a big enough population. Like, we can go deep into how all of this research isn't concrete and shouldn't be the basis of what makes you choose to take medications. You should choose to make medications because, yes, you know this information, you understand, you've spoken to a psychiatrist, as you know, someone who can prescribe these medications to you. You speak with them and you have these conversations. I'm so tired of this man pushing this, oh, depression, you can just fix it by thinking it's better. Like, I'm so tired. Like, and this is why I wanted to react to this, because he's so happy to put this information out on the internet. He was so proud about the next one I'm going to read, talking about how it got pushed to so many different people outside of his own little niche, his little circle. And I wanted to see, what are you getting pushed out? And it's just crap. Like, oh my gosh, you were gone for 4 days and you're still just as trash as ever. Are you flipping kidding me? I don't understand. What is your issue with depression, bruh? What is it? I'm so lost, because what you're providing is a lot of great coping skills for people who are literally pushing all the time the antidepressants. You will gladly tote around the fact that you supposedly take them. which I say supposedly because God forbid you go on video and tell everybody that you sat there and freaking changed from one to the other in a day without speaking to a doctor. This is the crap that you do that makes people have issues with you. Freaking trash. And you just want to keep quoting this one person. Like, I can't. Back to the blog. In Dr. Irving Cush's controversial book, The Emperor's New Drugs, that he loves to flipping quote, he dives deep into the myths about antidepressant medications. As a psychologist, he spent over 15 years analyzing research around antidepressant medications and their effectiveness. Throughout the books, he breaks down countless studies about how people in clinical trials who receive placebo reports decreases in depression more often than not. I can't even read because I'm just like, this man just won't quit. You really said, I'm coming back and I'm going straight down that same flipping path. That is why you're dangerous. And I would never sit here and put a diagnosis on somebody, but I swear to goodness, there are some characteristics that you just fit so well. But I'm not like you. I'm not going to put that on you because guess what? I know my scope. The weight loss placebo. Dr. Alia Crum is an incredible psychologist who is referenced in many books for her amazing studies on the power of belief. One of my favorite studies of hers was explaining to one group of housekeepers how their work is as good as exercise, but the second group was not given the same detailed information. At the end of the study, the housekeepers who understood the physical benefits of their work actually lost weight. This is a great example of why we should all broaden our scope of knowledge. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because you take what fits your narrative and push it out there like you know what the hell you're talking about. But I'll save that for another post because we're talking about placebos. I can hear your condescending voice when you said that. Swearing to goodness, you are helping people. You are. Another great study Crum did was give two groups of people milkshakes. For one group, the shakes were called Sensa Shake, and they told the group they were fat-free, guilt-free, and only 104 calories. The second group was given a shake that was called Indulgence, and this was labeled as being 620 calories with the slogan, Decadence You Deserve. Well, in a good psychological study fashion, they lied to both groups. Both of the shakes were exactly the same and had 300 calories. So why does this matter? They tested the hormones of each group, and the group that received the unhealthy shake had much lower levels of ghrelin. What's ghrelin? Ghrelin is a hormone our gut produces that's often called the hunger hormone. High levels of ghrelin signal the brain to seek out some food, and in turn, it slows down your metabolism so you can store fat just in case you don't find food. Think about that for a second. Due to Sensa Shake groups simply believing they were drinking a shake in high calories, they produced less ghrelin and weren't as hungry as those who drank the healthy shake. How cool is that? Because of something called informed consent, we can't just go around passing out placebos also willy-nilly. This would be highly unethical, even though placebos have always been given to help people with IBS, migraines, and more. But hope is not lost. Researchers have found an awesome way to help people use a placebo effect to their advantage. They do this by telling the person the truth. Studies have shown that giving a patient a placebo and telling them it's a placebo works just as well. This is done by the prescribing physician or psychiatrist telling the patient this pill has no active ingredients, but many people have taken this pill have seen decreases in their symptoms. Oh my God, this man. Is ignorance bliss? Oh, here we go. Okay, this is directly to some comments. This is some comments on his antidepressant right here. This man right here is answering to comments on his antidepressant thing about, natural effect or natural remedies and stuff like that. Listen to this. I see a lot of people talking down on people who waste their money on all these random remedies that aren't backed by science and are sometimes a flat out scam. I remember one of my favorite YouTubers did this video on the people who buy those detox foot pads and exposed how they are a scam. Many of these pads worked by having ingredients that react to the oils from your feet. which made the pad change colors, but the manufacturer tells you that those are toxins leaving your body. Then there are MLMs like doTERRA that sell essential oils that are supposed to cure everything from depression to anxiety, autism, and cancer. Oh my gosh, please, sir, you are already trash. Please, like, don't. For more serious claims like these products having the ability to cure autism and cancer, that's deplorable, and I don't think it should be legal. But what about people who use these essential oils or detox pads and report that they feel better? Oh man. Oh man. He doesn't know what side of the road to pick. Like, are you good or are you trash? Like, are you trash trying to show that you're good? Like, because like now you find an excuse, you find a reason or an excuse for most things that people would consider trash. You somehow think you're doing like out of the box thinking and make excuses for these people or things, and it just emphasizes how much more trash you are. Like, I can't. He said,
What if it made him feel better? So
let's just continue to waste our, okay, you spend your money how you want to, but if we can educate you not to spend it over there, that'd be great, you know? Like, but what if they make them feel better? Because
it pushes my narrative of the placebo effect being great for depression.
I can't. I'm an atheist, but who am I to deny the experience of people who are religious? Here I am in Las Vegas. I know plenty of Mormons, and many of them tell me how their belief helps relieve their anxiety, and their faith helps bring them out of depression. Many religious people believe that the good things in their life are because God made them happen, and when tough times fall upon them, they believe that's part of a bigger plan. I see so many people arguing with I see so many people arguing with others about how wrong they are for their beliefs. But if it's making their life better, always a hidden message, and they aren't hurting anyone, why should we rain on that parade if we aren't believers ourselves? Message, is that what you're trying to say? No, because guess what? Some people, their beliefs are hurting other people. Some things that people put out on their, platforms do and can cause harm. So people are going to call them out. Sir, just like I'm going to continue to say, like, this is trash. This is such fluff. This is such bull crap. This is your way of talking crap but feeling important because you can put it on a dang on website and push out your horrible narrative and rhetoric. This is another way of you continuing that stupid antidepressant campaign. I can't. So is ignorant bliss? I think the answer is yes and no. As you saw with the housekeeper study, simply learning more, because I'm going to give you enough trash to kind of mess you up, but not enough that you can blame me. Like, I can't. Oh my God, and he really thinks he's helping people. And there's plenty of people commenting like, yay, no. Like, go back. I can't. Ooh. Oh, where was I? So is ignorance bliss? I think the answer is no. Yes and no. Again, so you can't blame him. As you saw with the housekeeper study, simply learning more can benefit you. Personally, learning about psychology and the ins and outs of therapy has helped me tremendously. No, learning about anxiety helps me be less anxious because I understand what my brain is doing rather than getting anxiety about my anxiety because I don't know what's going on. Learning is great. Education is awesome. Learning about my depression and reading studies has helped me use evidence-based methods to manage my depression. So based off your studies that you're sharing, you're not on your antidepressants anymore? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're sharing? Because we're literally moving into this whole real campaign of antidepressants. Like, you did it. Let me finish this. At the end of the day, I think that what can help us the most is simply believing in science. There are a ton of people out there who are a lot smarter than you and I, and in gaining some of their knowledge and turning it into our own wisdom, our lives can start to get better. Okay, sir. Like, all I'm going to say is this. You are ridiculous. I don't understand how you can just come back full force with your antidepressant campaign again. This blog did nothing but continue to perpetuate your horrible beliefs, that your research that you're finding, that you tried to put on YouTube and got called out for multiple times. You're doing the same thing, except now you feel even more emboldened to do it because like I'm going to state in my next blog I'm about to read, it got pushed out to more people. So now you want to keep this going and get it you feel good because so many people read it, you feel good. So now you threw up this trash blog telling people that the placebo effect can essentially help their depression. You feel like reading these few researchers, which have already been called out for their own, like, oh my gosh, I can't, I'm not going to go lay into you again. I can't. I'm not going to lay into you again because I did it throughout this reading. The people who are watching you, though, this man's not going to change. I'm not someone to put something on somebody, but the characteristics this man continues to portray have me believing he's not going to change, right? Going to continue to share the issues. One, do not sit here and have these people out here believing that the placebo effect is going to help their depression. That is not going to work for everyone. If you need medications, you need medications. That's just point blank, period. I'm tired of your antidepressant campaign. If people want to take antidepressants, they can. I don't hate the fact that you think you're educating, because people do need to have education and understand what they're doing, but that should be left up to a medical professional, someone who is able to prescribe these medications, someone that these people would trust. And if they don't trust that prescriber, go find another one, because people have the power to do that. But do not think that the placebo effect is going to cure everyone's depression, because that's what we've been missing. That's all we should have been doing. All
of us, I don't care what your diagnosis is. If you get depressed, just think it's all going to be all right. Think of happier times. Think of yourself happy and it'll work. That's
what you're doing. I'm tired of it. You don't want to take antidepressants, don't take them. But don't sit here and push your rhetoric and your research that fits your narrative to make it seem like that's something that should work for everybody. We can't give it out willy-nilly.
Shut the heck up.
You guys, you let me know how you feel in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this blog, because I got heated. He feels really great right now. He feels emboldened. The attention he got from his few people that are excited to see him come back, from his blogs being pushed out to more people, ended up with us getting this trash blog. I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel? Did you get the subtle jabs? Feel like there's something wrong? Like, do you feel that he just does not like depression? Do you feel that he just he's not on his medications anymore, and that's why he's trying to push this out there? Do you feel the research that he's done on antidepressants, as skewed as they may be, do you think that might have led him to not taking his antidepressants anymore? Are we witnessing something here? Let me know down in the comments, you guys. Like I said, check out my next video. It's a 2-for-day for you guys, for over the holidays, for you guys to enjoy. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell so you're notified of every time I basically go off on this man. I thank you guys so much. I want to hear from you guys. Hit me up on Twitter at JourneyToFindK. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Editing K, guys. So I just wanted to hop on here really quickly and let you know, if I do post a second video today, it's not going to be the second blog that I read. I read it. You guys saw, I went off in this video. You guys saw my reaction to this blog. I read the second one. It was about stress. Only reason I read it was because he did brag on Twitter talking about it got pushed to another part of Medium and he was getting all these reads and all of that stuff. And I said, well, if they're pushing it to Medium, let me see what he's talking about. It wasn't that bad. Like, it was talking about stress. He used it as an opportunity to claim his time off was stressful and he's going to get bigger and better afterwards, and pushed meditation as like the main thing that can fix or help you deal with stress. I'm one of those people that meditation doesn't work for. You know, I'm ADHD. Honestly, it's hard. It's hard for me. So you already know what I'm going to say about that. But I didn't want to post that blog because I wanted to give you an update on as to why, if you don't see that second blog post, that's why. It wasn't really that bad. It wasn't as bad as his comeback blog and the one you guys just watched. If I do post a second video, it's going to be on something totally different that's been happening on Twitter and YouTube, and I want to just share my thoughts and opinions because I was a fan and I see just some seriousness that should be brought up. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Just wanted to give you guys this rundown. Well, I thank you guys for watching again though. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.